Hello everyone, Crayfish Carl here, and welcome to another Droplet States of Matter update video. Today, we'll be discussing some significant quality of life and graphical improvements. Although every level is complete from a gameplay perspective, there's still plenty of work to do when it comes to polishing. I've mentioned before how I need to convert BSPs to static meshes. To elaborate on what that means, when designing the levels, I did blockouts of sorts using Unreal Engine's BSP brushes. Using basic geometric shapes, I planned out what Droplet's levels looked like so that I could place enemies, objects, and items into the world. Now that I've completed the blockouts of every level, I now need to add decorations and details. I'm working on tracing over the BSPs with static meshes that I created in Blender. After that, I need to add additional objects such as rocks, trees, grass, and more. Here's a before and after comparison of what a level looks like during the BSP phase and during the static mesh phase. As you can see, while the BSP version is somewhat serviceable, improving it with static meshes helps to sell the extra atmosphere. Next, I've been working on overhauling the game's camera system. I admit that trying to work with blueprints I created over 2 years ago wasn't the easiest task. At the time, I was still in the learning phase for using Unreal Engine 4, so the code wasn't exactly too pretty. However, I have completely redone the camera system to be much smoother and less jittery. There may be still loose ends to tie up given the scope of the game, but I've progressed far enough to show off video footage of it. The camera now does a better job at following you around when you move vertically, and the blueprints for in-game cutscenes are much easier to manage too. Additionally, I've expanded the options menu to allow controlling the camera sensitivity as well as in-game volume. The options menu previously occupied only a single page, but now I split it into 4 categories: graphics, audio, controls, and gameplay. This new structure is more future-proofed and will allow me to more easily add new options later on as needed. Lastly, I've been giving the audio department some treatment too. Various enemies have received new sound effects to make things more lively. These new sounds are also played at random pitches so as to be more organic. I've also been spending some time revisiting some of the game's older pieces of music. The themes for levels I showed off in previous videos, Pleistocene Plateau and Fireworks Festival, have been given a rework. You can listen to the full songs on my SoundCloud linked below, but here's some excerpts. Now for the feature presentation. Here's a gameplay preview of Mangrove Marsh, an early level in the game that explores underwater locations mixed with cloud-form platforming.
rooted into the ground will absorb water attacks. You'll need to change into a different state of matter to take them up.
Wow! Wow!
If you would like to follow the development of Droplet States of Matter more closely, why not join my Discord server? I put out daily updates on what I'm working on there. You can find a link to it in the description. And of course, subscribing to my YouTube channel is always helpful. Also, a huge shout out to Fia of the Virtual Reality Show and her wonderful community for supporting this project. If you're interested in anything related to VR, like video games, potential industry applications, and its philosophy, I highly recommend you check out Fia's channel linked in the description. And with that, thank you for watching.